Hello everyone, today I am presenting posterior polar cataract. What about hydrodissection and dialing? And there is a lot of discussions in different forums that you should not do hydrodissection in a posterior polar case. But here I am presenting three cases back to back, which was grade 1 and 2 PPC. Grade 1 PPC is a PPC with posterior subcapsular cataract, and grade 2 PPCs are those cataract which have an onion ring configuration. And these cataract basically they are actually not adhered to the posterior capsule, and in some cases you may have a weak area in that point, but it is not a true adhesion which will cause a true dehiscence. But since I have said that it is a weak area, so there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. See, I am after hydrodissection and hydrodelineation, after doing hydro in multiple planes, I did dial this uh, nucleus, and now with my phaco I am proceeding to emulsify this nucleus. So the point here I want to convey is that grade 1 and grade 2 PPC are those cataracts where you don't have that true adhesion, and hydrodissection in such case generally doesn't causes any harm, and that could be dealt as you deal with your other cataracts. But these cataracts can be dealt with hydrodissection. The only point you have to take care is that since there is no adhesion but that area is weak, and any pressure fluctuation will cause a dehiscence in capsule in such area. So in my other two videos also, and there is a short video at the end of these three videos where I've shown that how that pressure fluctuation can cause a complication in a posterior polar cataract. And now what you see is after emulsifying the nucleus, the epinuclear plate is left. You can still see that opacity, and now with the help of phaco probe itself I would be aspirating this sheet and see that this opacity is only there in the sheet and not in the capsule. But in some cases where there could be early adhesion, this area can be weak, but not in all cases. You get a weak area in the posterior capsule at the site where you see that posterior polar opacity. So one has to be careful while coming out in such cases, because to prevent that pressure fluctuation, and why I'll be showing it later. Now see, after aspirating that sheet, you can see that the capsule is clear and there is no such opacity on the capsule. So in grade 1 PPC or grade 2 PPC, in which you get that onion ring appearance, still these are the cases where there is not a true adhesion with the capsule. This is another PPC where you can see the onion ring appearance is there, and again I would be doing hydro in this case, hydrodissection in this case, with rotation of the nucleus. And these are the cases where it is pretty safe to do hydrodissection and hydrodelineation both if you're not comfortable. But hydrodissection in such cases generally don't create a problem because it is not a true adhesion which is there with the capsule. And as per the literature, it is the grade 3 where there is an associated thin or absent posterior capsule. Literature says that gentle hydrodissection may be done in grade 1 or grade 2, or maybe in other words it could be type 1 or type 2 cases, but nucleus rotation should be avoided in all cases. But what I have felt over a period of time and learned from my experience, that if it is a true PPC, if there is a true adhesion, it would give way no matter what. And the purpose of showing four videos back to back is only, the point I want to convey is that these grade 1 and grade 2 PPC, in all four cases I did hydrodissection, and in none of the cases the rent occurred because of dialing of the nucleus or because of hydrodissection, because the adhesion was not that strong, or what I have been repeating in this video, the adhesion was not a true adhesion, it was just the opacity behind the capsule. These are soft cataracts and you have to keep on aspirating them, rather use any power. So you are in phaco 2 and foot position 2 trying to aspirate these pieces because these are soft pieces, and with time you can easily aspirate them easily. After emulsifying the nucleus, you see there is a defect in the epinuclear sheet. This is not a rent, but there is a defect in the epinuclear sheet. So you don't bring your probe outside immediately because that will cause pressure fluctuation. So what you do, you go through the side port, inject visco, what I am doing right now, and then you bring your probe outside, because sudden withdrawing of probe can cause pressure fluctuation and may cause rent in such weak capsules. And after that epinuclear sheet was removed, you can just see the capsule, the opacity, the PPC which was there in the beginning, the capsule is clear and there are no signs of any posterior polar cataract on this capsule. So what at times looks as a grade 1 PPC or a grade 2 PPC is actually not a true PPC, is actually not a true adhesion to the capsule, but just a posterior polar opacity which may be beneath the capsule and not actually adhered to the capsule. This is the third case in a row and similar appearance of PPC, and you would get that onion ring appearance, and I would be doing again hydrodissection and dialing of nucleus in this case as well, and you can watch very well that nothing happens, only that opacity is beneath the capsule and there is not a true adhesion with the capsule. Watch here, after making a small trench, I am trying to hold this, I am trying to crack it manually also, but since it is very soft, so I am not very successful in either holding it or cracking it manually by making a trench. So as I said that these are soft cataracts, even if you make a trench, if you are not able to just crack it manually or by holding it, then what you have to do is you have to just aspirate it in FACO 2, in foot position 2, and these pieces, since you have done hydrodissection, since you have done hydrodelineation, you could easily aspirate them in foot position 2 in FACO 2. Now all what you can see are some cortical remnants and there is a defect in the center. So that says that the opacity was there but it was not adhered to the capsule and hence that area is clear. But yes, that area is weak and you have to be careful about any pressure fluctuations that may cause that weak area to give way and cause a PC rent. The third case is now completed, and now I am left with my final and fourth video. Why I have included that video again is that was a PPC. I didn't have any problem while doing hydro. I didn't have any problem while dialing. I didn't have any problem while emulsifying. The only problem I had was because of withdrawing of my probe from the interior chamber, and that caused a sudden fluctuation and caused a PSE dehiscence with a rent. Here, see, I am taking my last piece and I am just aspirating that last piece, and as I come out there is a PC dehiscence which I'll be showing again in a enlarged view, and I would be covering this case again in my next video, what I did after that and why this PC dehiscence occurred and how was my initial management and how was my management after this rent happened. So this is the enlarged view. You can see that there is a PC dehiscence, and this occurred just because the probe was withdrawn from the interior chamber, and that caused a pressure fluctuation. So that is why I advised in my previous videos also. So this is one thing that you can take care of while withdrawing the probe to check for any pressure fluctuation, and what you can do is inject visco from the side port to prevent such situations. Thank you for watching this video.